I've got a camera in this corner back here.
Something about a deer's got some trash. I like them. They tickle my fancy.
Hello, Jordan.
We're back.
We're back. Back in Mississippi, not Arkansas, which is now why we're not wearing orange hats, but we do have to wear orange vests. Quick afternoon hunt. It's not cool, but it's cooler than it has been. Enough so that I'm not dreading the amount of sweating I'll be doing climbing a tree. And I don't know, we'll see. Probably don't need to be wearing these.
I lost mine in Arkansas somewhere the other day.
Your sunglasses?
Yeah.
Tell you what I get. You look at my face, you tell that this side of my face is swole up compared to the other side. All them mosquitoes in Arkansas.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Look at my ear.
I think you've been fighting.
They got me.
Over there. I've got a camera in this corner back here. That's a big field.
Mm-hmm.
And also I pushed a road in. There's a lane that runs down there where you found your doe last year.
Yeah.
That's planted as well.
Okay.
It runs for almost a mile, that lane does.
Mm-hmm.
There's a camera about halfway down it. There's deer there coming by it every day, bucks, does, everything about from 4 o'clock to dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long way from here, but I think anywhere you set up on it, you're gonna have opportunity.
Good luck.
Well, just about set up. I gotta get my bow up and get it hung up, and I'll be done. Definitely not winter time. But it is definitely not the hottest I've hunted in either. So it's November the 16th, I believe. It's Youth Week here in Mississippi. And I just took off my orange up in a tree. In Mississippi, once you get over, I think it's 12 foot off the ground, you can take your arms off. So that's what I did. I don't know, they say deer can't see it, but sure feels like they can. They can see something. But rather safe than sorry. I understand the principle of it. I love them aisles down there in this river bottom. We're in Yazoo County, Mississippi, on the Big Black River project we've been working on for 2 years now. And as you can see, this food plot looks phenomenal. This is more of an observation sit than it is anything, because I'm just trying to figure out what's what and where's where and see what kind of bucks we got. We got a few good ones on camera, but a lot of times we don't have any feeders or any bait piles or anything like that here, so all our cameras on food plot, so deer gotta walk by. And this food plot is about 3 acres, so the chances are a buck walking by it, they're good, but it's very possible he could skirt the cameras too. So, and I'm also figuring out where the deer like to come and go from, where they like to enter and exit the field, and that way we can hang a permanent stand somewhere. I've got a lock-on set not 80 yards from here that I hunted last year. Killed a really awesome 6-point out of it during the velvet season. And this was a grown up thicket, which kind of hated to turn it into a food plot, but at the same time we needed to put some groceries in the ground, and this was the best spot to put one. Big destination field, big river bottom back here in the background that goes for a long way. So there's really no telling what we might see. There's some big deer here, I know that. Wind's out of the east, kind of cutting kind of the corner of the food plot off right now, which is not supposed to be doing that, but I think as long as it doesn't drift out of the west, we'll be alright. So we're finna settle in and see what happens. It's about 3:30. That was crazy. I ain't been in the stand, but I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. I thought I heard something making a ruckus back there, then all of a sudden I heard running. And 2 bucks come running up through here. One of them was like a 4-point. The other one that came running right here by me. I don't know what he was. I think he's like a 6, but young deer. But encouraging. Came by in boat range. I don't know if I'd have got to shoot him if it'd been a shooter, because he was hauling. But they went up in this little thicket right here and just stopped, so I don't know if they're just doing them. I've seen them deer do like cat when mosquitoes or gnats are bothering them. They'll just take off running and get the gnats and bugs off of them and then slow down and eat. But I don't know. Maybe that's not all we see. We'll see. Got the flinging arrow. That coyote must have been what got them deer stirred up a while ago. I'm pretty sure I got him. I know I hit him. Came walking out at 30 yards right there. And I am not going to pass up the opportunity to shoot one of them things. Everything needs management. I don't know if it's good or bad to kill all your coyotes out for the fact the other one's moving in and doubling your core area, but it definitely is not going to hurt anything to kill one. And I may shoot another one if it comes walking by too. Well, been in the stand all 30 minutes and flung an arrow. Big Black River. Coyote, but still fun to do with a bow. That was That was cool. I seen legs coming through and I got a glimpse of horns. I didn't know what it was. So I got ready. It ended up being a year or 2 year old. I think he was 8 point, but he had some kickers and stuff coming off his face. It's just, deer's gonna be a magnum, I think. Get him to 4 to 5 years old and he'll really be something. Good to see. We've been in the stand for 45 minutes. Excited to see what else pops out here. There's some deer coming out over there, across the way. Looks like some does. Pictures of the batch grouped together about a week ago. Hopefully, you'll have some old ones with him to come out behind him somewhere. didn't open yet. 100% a big shooter buck though. I mean, just a cool deer. Got a big old dagger coming out the front of his head. 100 yards. He's still right there though. I tried to snow wheeze just real softly because these deer definitely trying to figure out who's the boss around and just to kind of see his attitude. That didn't spook him at all. He's still just right there, but he could have just very much come straight to us. Coyote's gone. And deer, as soon as he left the field, deer started coming back out. That big buck, I think, ran right in this little peninsula right here. So we got a chance of him coming out where these other bucks have. I don't know. We'll see. That takes a mighty much luck. Well, here we are again up at the Big Black River in Yazoo County. Kind of left you hanging yesterday because I had deer under me at dark. I couldn't do a close and explain what happened, but after that big buck ran off from the coyote and all the other bucks, they started filing out, which I think I got some video of those right at dark, and all of them came out within 50 yards of me. And right at dark, that big shooter buck with the big dagger came out at 25 yards, and just had gotten too dark for the video. So I sat up there and watched him with a really nice 8-point for 20 more minutes until it got pitch black dark, and they finally kind of eased out towards the middle of the field, and I just got my essentials out of the tree and eased out of there quiet as I could. When I got on the ground, they were still out in the field, so I know I didn't spook them getting out of the tree. I don't know if I spooked them when I started easing walking out, but I think I got out of there clean. But it's the next day now, and I'm finna ease up in there and see if we can't have a lightning strike. Maybe he'll come out 10 minutes earlier. That's all we need. So it's
about 2:30 in the afternoon. It warmed up quite a bit today, but we got a good southeast wind, which is perfect for that corner set where I was at yesterday. And ease in there and see if we can't make something happen. I'm optimistic, so we'll see. I'm finna head to Arkansas here in the next day or two, so this is kind of my last shot here until maybe next week sometime, so we'll see.
Alright, we're in the tree. Almost, anyway. I'm in the tree, my bow's on the ground. It's pretty nice getting in here, already having everything hung up. I cut down, or I didn't cut it all the way down. I cut it enough to make it lean. Just one tree, you can tell yesterday from that coyote I shot. I skipped across the limb when I shot him, so I went ahead and knocked that thing down so we could have a little bit better shooting opportunity if they come out real close again. But it's about the same weather conditions. It's a little bit hotter today, which is not great for mature buck movement by any means, but you know, you can't kill them if you're at the house. So set up in the same spot as yesterday, hoping we'll get lucky. I sure like my first deer of the year in Mississippi to be that big crazy looking dude that came out here yesterday. And not to mention that the younger deer that was running with him, he is probably the coolest, most unique looking deer I've ever seen. Thing probably wouldn't score 25, but he comes up on both sides. He's like a palmated almost. Looks like this. Like moose paddles, but little bitty ones. You could almost use them as a salad serving utensil. So, hopefully they'll start moving again like they did yesterday. Like I said, it's a little bit warmer. And there's a front coming in tomorrow. It's going to cool back down the rest of the week. And we're heading to Arkansas, but maybe it'll happen today. I got a good big hole right here, anywhere from 20 to 50 yards. As long as the wind stays good and the deer move like it did yesterday, we might be in business. We're gonna hang out and see. I'll update you if something happens. .415. Hadn't seen anything yet. Yesterday, the first buck came out at 407, so they may be moving a little bit later. That ain't good. We need to move a little earlier. So, but it is a beautiful afternoon. I love these afternoons. That it has got pretty consistent wind. The headwinds up higher, blowing 10 to 15 mile an hour, which makes a pretty consistent wind down here in the timber. I've had a couple little swirls, but nothing crazy, nothing that hurt us. This is a cool setup, the way I laid out this plot and stuff and built this road in here. I've got a bunch of trees and stuff right here behind me. You can't see them, but I laid them on the road that way. The deer, when they come in the field, they either got to come up the road or come out right in this corner where they did yesterday. And it worked out perfect. I love that part of it, trying to kind of set it up to be able to bow hunt. I mean, trust me, I love shooting with a rifle too, but getting them within 30, 40 yards with a bow is a challenge, especially in Mississippi. But hopefully, here in the next 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to see a deer. We just need to see one. Deer just popped out over there. Looks like a little buck. I seem to really like that corner, this corner. I have to figure out what kind of wind would be on that one. I would think a northeast. first deer yesterday came out at 4:07, so they're about 30 minutes behind. But who knows, they might come just parading out here. We'll see. My shooter. Well, the shooter buck came out here, and he beelined it for that little buck, and ran him off in the woods over there. I tried to snort wheeze at him after I saw that he was acting like that, but a little early in the year, but you don't ever know when they trying to set that pecking order. He very much could have come running right here, just as easy. The cat and mouse game continues with the old freak. That's a cool looking deer. Big old body choker too. We're gonna try to ease up out here as quiet as possible. I don't know if I can hunt tomorrow or not, but we'll see.
Well, here we are again. 3 days in a row. Or after that old funky looking buck. Seen him Saturday, seen him yesterday, and hopefully we'll see him again today. And if we do, and if he comes out in the same spot, we're gonna gig him at about 25 yards because we're moving trees. So what I'm doing today is we had a slight shift in the wind, which was actually better. I think it's got more south in it, and if you watch on the video, he's been kind of coming around a point both times we've seen him, and I think I'm gonna get on that point today. I think we can get away with it. We're gonna try it anyway. This is my last day to hunt here for a few days anyway. I'm finna head to Arkansas in the morning. We're gonna try to chase some of them big deer we got on camera up there. But I'm finna get all my stuff on. It is about 2 o'clock. And we're gonna see if we can't get in a tree on that point and pray he comes out and does the same thing he's done the last 2 days. It would be absolutely awesome if he does. But finna get ready, and we'll see you up in the tree.
It is a lot more windier today than it has been. So I'm hoping that helped me a lot get in here undetected. You don't ever know. Could be laid up right on the side of the plot here. Or they could be laid up, 200 yards out there, but usually a mature buck that's showing up in the daylight like that, he's not extremely far off of it. This thing kind of dumps off into a little creek bottom back in there, and it's pretty thick. I walked it back last year. There's plenty of bed, and I think that's where they're staying. It's probably 100 yards from where we're at right now. But we got a southeast wind pretty much hit me right in the face going straight the way we walked in. They've been hunting back here behind us about, I don't know, 80 yards around the corner. And this is kind of a little cove. I cleaned all this out. It was all growed up, and these big old oak trees in here, they're pretty. I wanted to make them where you could see them. But I think these deer, by the looks of it, are feeding on them really heavy too. But also it's a good little staging spot before they go out into the open area and the food plot in the big field. So it's fairly early. I was able to get up in the stand pretty fast and pretty quiet. 2:40. So deer hadn't been moving until after 4 o'clock the last 2 days. So I don't expect today to be any different. We're gonna hang out here the next hour and a half, and hopefully the wind don't swap around and screw us up. But I like the setup. I like it a lot. Fingers crossed. First deer of the evening just popped out. It is 4:20. I think it was a doe or a little buck or something. I could just come walking out there fast. It's about 10 till 5. All I'm saying is that Spike, and he's at 55 yards right now. But it's getting about that time that deer's been showing up. He's been showing up after 5 both days I've seen him. Yesterday is about 5:10, I think, when he popped out. I don't know how early he's been showing up in this cove, but by the time he makes it out to the big portion of the field, it's been after 5, so I'm expecting to see him any minute now. Then to get ready. Alright, we're back in Mississippi, and I am hunting this deer that has been giving me fits for the last week. I hunted here, I guess a week ago yesterday. I saw a buck that really fired me up. He's not the biggest in the woods, and he's not the oldest in the woods, but he is just a solid Mississippi buck. He's got a big old dagger thing that comes up out of his forehead, a beam or something, and a couple more little extra points. I like something about a deer's got some trash. I like them. They tickle my fancy. I've hunted here 4 times. This is my 4th sit. First time I was sitting in a cove around the corner here, and most of the deer were coming out of this little pocket, coming out towards the big field, kind of a little staging area, I guess you'd say. And they came out there that afternoon, and a coyote run all the bucks off. Seen like 12 rat bucks. This was crazy. But coyote ran them in these woods behind us, and they all started filing out right at dark, but by the time the big ones came out, it was just too dark to film. The next day I hunted, the buck I'm after came out again across the field and went to go run another little buck off, and then ran him off in the woods, and I didn't see him again. The next day I decided to get where I'm at right now, and sure enough they came out, but once again it was too late. So I watched him literally right here at 15 yards come walking by me, and couldn't film it, so I didn't shoot him. And say this camera stuff's easy, huh? Everybody wants a hunting show, and everybody wants to hunt on camera, until you have to let a 4.5, 5.5-year-old buck walk by you in Mississippi with a bow. Really want that old crazy looking deer though. Hey, I've got vengeance for him. He's done made me mad. So, but we're finna get settled in. It is 2:45, so hopefully we'll start seeing something here in the next hour. We're putting very, very, very low pressure on this property at Vaughn. We're expecting to put it on the market at any time now, and I am very, very anti hunting a place very hard before it goes to market, because I want to be respectful of other people that are finna buy it, and I want them to be able to buy it and come into a place that's not been shot up, not been all the deer boogered up with, because a lot of people have the mindset of, well, finna sell it, so let's shoot them all up. No, that's not the case the way we do operations here. So very, very low pressure, being very selective on what we shoot, but very much enjoying the place while we have it. So anyway, let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. It's 4 o'clock, so finna get to the point where things start moving. The sun's setting, the field's getting shadows all over it, mostly shade now. I've actually seen 3 deer so far. I had a phone or something behind this tree, all I could film was legs earlier. And then a doe went down the side of the plot and right inside the woods eating acorns. And had another little buck come out that was feeding around in the wheat we planted. So, deer stirring. Hopefully old big boy will come right here. I doubt it though. Bow hunting in Mississippi is not easy. But we got all the planning and preparation to hopefully make it work. We'll see. Pretty good ways in there, but I hear deer walking. Maybe it's that buck. We've had 5 does come out in the last 20 minutes. It's 4:30 right now, so it's getting go time. Yeah, for sure, hear a deer coming. Straight back here. At 8 point, and the other deer with the dagger came out, and looking at the 8 point, it's just like the deer with the dagger is either this deer dwarfed that deer with the dagger. So I shot him. He looked a lot older, but I didn't hit him good. I'm out of arrows. Can't do anything. If I get down and walk up there towards him, I think it's gonna just make matters worse. But I got one of them in his cavity, that third shot, I think. That's a big 4 or 5 year old buck down and bone. That's a rodeo thing. I hate not hitting them good, but if you bow hunt long enough, that's gonna happen. I absolutely hate it. Golly. I'm gonna let him expire. I'm gonna go look at him. I got down and went and dispatched him. I absolutely hate shooting one bad. I'd rather almost miss one than have to watch that, but you know, if you're gonna bow hunt, it happens. That's part of it. But the good thing is, He's laying right here. And he is one heck of a Big Black River 4-year-old 8-point. And I couldn't be any happier to have a chance at him. You know, I was after this buck that had this big dagger coming out the bottom of him. But when he walked out here with this 8-point, it's like, man, that 8-point dwarfs him, so I'm gonna take him instead, even though the other deer had a bigger rack. So it's what I love is managing deer, is just killing mature ones. And we got us one. We walk over here, I'm gonna pull him out, and I'll catch back up with you. Now here's a nice buck. Oh man. Let me put this camera down so maybe you can see him better. I ain't got nobody with me, still filming, so do the best I can. That looks like it'll work. Right there. Oh, that's a nice Mississippi Yazoo County bow buck right there. He's at least a 4-year-old deer, and I could not be happier. This is the first buck I've killed in Mississippi in a year, and the first one I killed last year was not 200 yards from this spot. It has been a good little spot for me. But this is what on this property, this is what we would consider our management buck. He's a 4, possibly 5-year-old 8-point that is under 125, and we take these out because from a trophy standpoint, more than likely this buck's never going to be a huge one. I mean, he's very nice now, don't get me wrong, but from a management standpoint, you want to get him off the grocery bill and let these other bucks, like the one that was with him, get another year or two under the belt without having to compete for food. And I'd be lying if I said I just didn't want to shoot him. He's a good one. He mature buck, nice 8-point. It's hard to do in Mississippi in November, and I sure enjoy doing it. Thank y'all for watching Consumed. We'll see y'all next week.